Hello viewers, you're welcome to today's segment of Time of Inspiration. My name again is Pastor Ijeoma Ezeobele, and with me in the studio is Dr. Uzo. You are welcome. Dr. Uzo, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, I'm glad to be here.
We have a wonderful topic for you today, and I'm very sure that you all will enjoy what we have brought for you today to watch. The topic we have today is the healing power and health benefits of palm oil. I guess you are very eager to know what is going on right now. Dr. Uzo, please, what is palm oil? Can you describe what palm oil is to our audience who are at home watching us now?
Well, that's simple. Palm oil actually is the prince of the plant or vegetable kingdom.
Awesome.
And then the name actually is very tongue-twisting name. It's called Eliasis guinensis, the African palm oil that we are all used to.
Okay.
Actually, palm tree itself has up to 3,000 species and 300 genera.
Interesting.
So there are so much types, distinctive varieties of the palm tree, including soy palmetto. You must have heard about the little palm tree we call soy palmetto that we use to cure prostate cancer and prostate condition, including prostatitis. And then, of course, we also have palm trees that even grow in temperate climate, in cold climate, as far away as Canada. We call them cold hard palm tree. But generally, palm tree is perennial. In other words, it grows all the year round. And then also, more importantly, it grows in tropical and subtropical area.
So that means it can survive, it can withstand any weather.
Yes, not all the weather, even though it has species that can, strive in cold climates, but majority of the species actually strive in tropical and subtropical climate like Africa, Asia, South America, Southern Florida, Southern California, places like Houston and Southern Texas, and even as far away as North Carolina.
Okay, and I heard that some of them are in Florida too.
Yeah, a lot. In fact, we have a whole place in Florida that is called West Palm Beach.
Wow.
It has to do with palm oil. In fact, that's why I really love visiting Florida, because it always reminds me of Africa. And then I can't have, in fact, I was just coming back from Tampa, Florida, and there are palm trees everywhere. So it reminds me about growing up in Africa, because we used to eat everything with palm oil.
That's great. Viewers, you have heard what palm tree is all about and where it can be found. So I would like Dr. Uzo to tell us the uniqueness. Why is palm tree unique? What is the uniqueness of the
I love that question. You know, when you look at a tree and you look at the products, that's why we call them farm produce or products. The first thing I always think about is the uniqueness of the plant itself. Palm tree is a plant that the Bible has mentioned several times, actually 30 times in the Bible, because of the uniqueness. Not only is the prince of the plant kingdom, but also palm tree is so amazing that the wisest man in the world, on the then world, Solomon, said he will climb the palm tree to get the palm fronds, telling you how amazing it is.
Yes.
But what really trickles my fancy, what makes me or gives me a puzzle about palm tree, about the uniqueness and the miracle nature, is the way the palm tree grows. See, palm tree has a very unique root system. We call it the root initiation system. Unlike other plants that have taproot, secondary roots, tertiary roots, or quaternary roots, palm tree has what is called root initiation, special root initiation system. From there are several taproots, not just one, that anchors it to even up to the waterbed. So it seeks nutrients down, down, and down up to the waterbed. The root system keep on going down until we get the nutrient down even into the waterbed. And then the secondary root system spreads out. So that's why when you have hurricane, when you have fire and all that, palm tree is the one that succeeds and survives.
During hurricane, I see
they swells and all that eventually they goes exactly because of the uniqueness. And every stage, if you look at the stem of the palm tree, you see the bumps and the nature as if it's crocodile scale.
Yes.
Every part of the palm tree is actually a stage in the growth.
Awesome.
And they are so focused that they don't diffuse energy by branches. It's on top where they get the arborizing, like that's why we call it the palm. Like the palm of the hand.
Exactly.
That's some of the species, but also some of the species has like, feathering. There's one stem and then the leaves get off like a feather from that stem. So different arrangement of the leaves on the palm. And that thing that also trickles my fancy about palm tree is that everything in palm tree is useful. The leaves, you feed the animals like the goats and sheep with the leaves.
That's right.
The rafters, you can use it to build thatch houses, and the foot mats, fences,
baskets.
So baskets. I mean, there are so many things so it's a utility plant.
That's good.
Everything is needed. But what I love the most is the oil. And that's why we are here today.
All right, that's great. Viewers, we have learned that from the palm tree we get the palm oil. Are there any products, anything else that we can derive from the palm tree?
So much.
Okay.
And to say it generally, like there are different species and distinct variety of the palm tree.
Okay.
Now, if you talk about the palm, you have the palm oil.
Yes.
Okay. You have also the palm kernel oil. In fact, we also feed on the kernels.
Yes.
Or the fruit.
The fruits.
We also have things to do or products from coconut oil, because coconut is actually coconut palm. It's also a variety or species of the palm.
Yes.
And that alone, the coconut is the biggest nut in the world. So we have the coconut water.
Yes.
We have the coconut flesh. We have the coconut what you call shreds. We have the coconut oil itself. So we have so many things from the palm as a whole.
That's good.
Totally.
Okay.
And then of course the coconut oil has also a lot of qualities that we might be, talking about today.
Exactly.
After we, somehow you talk about the palm oil, but somehow coconut and palm oil have almost the same characteristics, but with their own uniqueness. So I'm really excited to talk more about the oil. I can't wait to get started.
That's great. That's great. Some of our viewers, we have learned so far about the palm tree, the palm oil, and I know some of you are worried and concerned about this palm oil, whether it's, about the cholesterol. I know that some people are worried that palm oil has so much cholesterol, and Dr. Uzo here today is here to clarify this, to make us understand the qualities of palm oil and whether it has so much to do with cholesterol or not.
Good question.
Yes.
I've answered this question again and again, and it's amazing that people keep on recycling the same ignorance. That's what I call it. And even some people even tell me, oh, my doctor told me not to eat palm oil, and people have switched over to more dangerous polyunsaturated oil like corn oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, soybean oil. So many of these things are actually the culprits. They are the ones that raise the cholesterol. Let me even make something clear. First of all, cholesterol is never found in plants.
Awesome.
Number one. Secondly, cholesterol from animal source is the problem, not anything plant.
You see?
In fact, I have lower cholesterol with palm oil. Palm oil can lower your cholesterol by 40%.
Wow. That's a huge percentage.
And another reason is that we need cholesterol.
You know, there are the good cholesterol.
There's the good,
and
there's the bad, and there's the ugly cholesterol.
Okay, the good, bad, and
The
the
good
ugly.
cholesterol is HDL
Yes.
or high density lipoprotein, the so-called good cholesterol. The reason why it's good is because it takes cholesterol from the tissues, from the vessel, and from other organs and bring them back to the liver for reprocessing and recirculation so that they come and go away through the bile.
Okay.
The bad cholesterol, which is LDL, which is, we call it low density lipoprotein. Don't let that throw you. Lipo is lipid or fats. The protein is that they are mingled together with amino acid, which is the building block of protein. So we call it high LDL, which is low density lipoprotein. Why it's bad is because it is actually the stuff, the substance, the chemical that carry cholesterol from the liver to deposit in the vessels to patch up inflammation or to patch up bleeding vessels to keep you and I alive. So while doing that, it will form plaques, and then the vessels will narrow. So that's why we call it the bad one. Now, palm oil has so much good stuff that not only is cholesterol not even mentioned as far as palm oil is concerned, it's so amazing that it has vitamin E, it has vitamin A, it has what is called carotenoids, which include lycopene, like we see in tomato, we see it in strawberries, blueberries, we see it in carrots. Actually, the word carotenoid came from carrots. Carotenoid means like carrot. So they are the things that give plants that red color, including tomato. Including things like blood orange, red grapes, and of course watermelon inside. So these are the things that actually cure cancer. We call them bioflavonoids.
That was going to lead to my next question.
Okay, but why do we call it bioflavonoids? Is that they even help you to lower cholesterol, stop inflammation. They help you to fight cancer because they modulate the immune system. They don't crank it up, they don't crank it high. They make the immune system normal so that you can fight disease. Palm oil is also antiviral. They are antibacterial. Palm oil can eliminate parasites
and poisons.
For parasite and poison. In fact, that's why we use it in liver detoxification. Anytime people drink poison locally, we used to give them palm oil. And they throw off everything or pass it out in the system because it will jumpstart the liver. The liver will metabolize whatever that is there and throw it out of the system and keep you and I alive. And also, palm oil can clean the blood. See, the blood is not just the river of life, it's also the river of garbage. Remember, the scripture said the life is in the blood. So palm oil has done so much that it can even stop hair loss. You know, women are prettier than us. They don't want to lose their hair. They want to look young, evergreen. Palm oil is the way to go. And then it's also a moisturizer.
For the skin. For
the skin. In other words, it makes you fight the aging process or anti-oxidation on your skin that causes wrinkle, fine line bags, or, what do you call it? Fine lines, wrinkles, bags. You want to look young every time. It's a moisturizer. It helps the integrity of the cells. You know, every time you want to talk about health, you have to come back to the cellular level because when you combine the cells, you form tissue. When you combine tissues, you form glands. When you combine glands, you have organs. When organs and glands coordinate, they form system, and the system now form the whole organism. So the whole story about health is at the cellular level. So one of the things palm oil does is also jumpstart the cellular metabolism and clean out the trash can of the cellular level we call lysosome and keep you fresh. In other words, you eliminate toxins better. You have your metabolism, and in that is how palm oil is also used for weight loss I call it fighting fat with fat.
Wow.
When people have excess weight,
Wow.
that means they are accumulating toxins
Exactly.
at the cellular level, at the fat cells. So palm oil will go there, extract those things. In fact, when I'm doing weight loss program to people, and then they are not losing weight, you know, we call it plateau, whereby you lose weight, you can't lose weight anymore. And then, you know, no matter what you do, you can't lose weight anymore. You can jumpstart it with palm oil.
Wow.
Because it speeds up metabolism.
That's very good.
Another thing palm oil does, amazing, is that can lower blood pressure. And that's a biggie.
Wow.
Yes, I've used palm oil to lower blood pressure. I'll give you an example because sometimes it's not just talking about this thing. I have my own guinea pig.
Yes.
I've tried most of them on me, on myself, on my friends and family, and then I've used it for weight loss. But I want to talk about high blood pressure here. Palm oil has been known to lower blood pressure even when the conventional drugs cannot do it. Because not only does it do that, it also contains CoQ10. You know, people, there is this lipitol
Yes.
and cresol and all the what is called somatostatin drug that lower cholesterol.
Yes.
Well, you don't need to do that. Palm oil will do that as well as lower your blood pressure and other risks, including inflammation.
That's great. I know you mentioned about some things that it can be used to, in curing, it can be used in curing some diseases. You mentioned some diseases, some ailments, but should palm oil be taken in dosage or should it just be taken anyhow? Because, you know, even though we take regular medication, certain number of, there's some number of, if it's a prescription, right?
Okay.
We're supposed to take it with respect. Let me put it like that. So should palm oil be taken in dosage? Like,
okay, good
is
question.
there any supposed to
Very
be,
good question.
quantity that we
I will
yes.
I will answer you that question because we live in a Western world. Because one of the accusations with natural medicine is that a lot of people say it's not scientific, it's not, the dose is not standardized, and I will tell
hence,
you, hence
tend to abuse it.
Okay,
yes.
I will tell you one thing. Let's go back to basics before I answer your question.
Okay.
You know, while growing up, we ate everything with palm oil. Our soup was palm oil. Our roasted yam was palm oil. Roasted plantain was palm oil. Our local salad was palm oil. Okay, yam porridge was palm oil. Beans, palm oil. Everything we do, including bean cake that we fry, fry in palm oil.
Okay.
We weren't thinking about the dose.
Okay.
We weren't thinking about half teaspoon, 1 teaspoon or so. However, just to have a scientific mind and standardize something and have a structure.
Okay.
The best thing to do to an oil, if you are an adult weighing 150 pounds and above, take 1 or 2 teaspoons twice daily if you have a health challenge.
Okay.
If not, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day will do the trick.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry to cut you, but because of time, we have to, move on to the next topic. I know you mentioned that there are different species of palm oil. So is one species greater in quality than other species? Is there any species that people should concentrate more on in terms of using palm oil for, regularly, in terms of using it for, for curing any ailment, any disease? So my question is, since they come in species, do they come in different, qualities as well?
Sure.
Okay. So one species of palm oil is better than the other?
Well, I would not say better because it depends on what you want to do
with it.
For instance, if you are really sick and you want to boost your immune system and you don't want something that is messy, I'll prefer coconut oil to palm oil.
Okay.
But if I'm trying to cure cancer or prevent cancer, I'll prefer palm oil because it has more of the carotenoids, lycopene, that give it that red color.
Okay.
In fact, in ancient times, there's what is called the doctrine of signature. The doctrine of signature is that the ancients, that time, science is not yet sophisticated.
Yes.
So when the ancients look at a plant, they could tell what it can be used for. For instance, when they look at palm oil and it's red like blood, they know that it's going to cleanse the blood.
Yes.
So in the northern cold climate, they prefer to use the palm for land decorate the premises. But ours, which actually is Eliasis guineensis, because that's the African, the one that grows in Africa and tropical area, that is the one I prefer because of its medicinal value, because of its therapeutic value, because of its beauty. You know, it has its beauty, you know, like a moisturizer and so on. And also the healing power. That's the reason. So I prefer the African. That's the one you see very, very often that is being advertised, which we call it Eliasis guineensis.
That's great. That's awesome. We have talked about, have we talked about the nutritional value?
Well, we did a little bit on
You mentioned it.
but there are so much when it
it.
comes to nutritional value of palm oil. There's so much because first of all, it's been used to actually cure malnutrition.
Malnutrition.
Yes, because it's almost a complete food.
Yes.
Of course, there's no silver bullet, there's no panacea. But palm oil is so loaded with nutrients, like it has what is called the medium chain fatty acids. Sometimes we call medium chain triglycerides. This includes lauric acid, caprylic acid, capric acid, myristic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid, and of course palmitic acid.
That's great.
So these acids are actually metabolized differently by the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, and they are used and born for energy. So if you really want to have more energy without accumulating fat, we call it fighting fat with fat, palm oil is the way to go.
That's awesome.
Another thing is that it beautifies people. I cannot say that enough, and it has done great for me. Another thing is that you can also use it to fight inflammation. Because inflammation is the seedbed for all disease, and also palm oil is highly alkaline. In other words, it's more balancing. An alkaline put the body in a healing mood and make you fight away infection, modulate your immune system, remove bacteria, remove viruses, remove parasites, remove worms. You understand? And also help digestion, help you absorb your good vitamins and minerals and the phytonutrients.
So in other words, palm oil does not clog the artery.
No, not only does it not clog the artery, I use it to unclog the artery.
Unclog it. And how about, what will you tell the viewer who is concerned about, who has gallbladder, gallstone?
Good question.
Yes.
Okay. You know the word palm oil, and then you hear things like cholecalciferol. That's why we have cholecystitis. Is the gallstone. The word chole is gall.
So
now,
and I think it happens, the inflammation comes when the gallbladder is
it's inflamed.
It's inflamed
and it releases and clogged up. Exactly. So what happens is that when you give them palm oil, palm oil will have what is called sterols. In fact, that's why we get the word cholesterol. The sterol actually fight cholesterol that help, because you know in the gallstone there's cholesterol stone, there's calcium bilirubinate stone. In fact, there are 800,000 gallbladder surgery every year.
That's great.
But palm oil can unclog it, can actually help the bile to flow better, so that you can digest better.
That's good.
And it doesn't take much energy to absorb, so it doesn't create problem to the liver, the pancreas, or even the gall. You know, so it's amazing.
I'm sorry to cut you. Are you writing any book on this?
Yes, I'm really researching palm oil, because you know why I'm doing that? Our people, ever since we abandoned palm oil, rate of stroke has risen. Heart attack rate that was not there before has risen. High blood pressure, I get calls every day for high blood pressure, it has risen. Even cancer, palm oil protects you from cancer because it has tocopherols and tocotrienols, it has the lycopene, it has beta carotene. These are super antioxidants that fight cancer, that fight aging, that fight inflammation, that fight or heart disease, that fight stroke, that fight Alzheimer's disease. Even palm oil is very good for the brain, so that you'll be smarter, there won't be degeneration. 30% of the brain is saturated fat, and palm oil is rich in those saturated fat.
So is there any book you're working on right now?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm researching it. I'm researching it already. I want to make it so palatable, and also, you know, they have to make the pages. I want to make it like a pamphlet, a quick read.
Yes.
So I want to congest the whole research and the finding and everything and distill it so that the common man will break it down so that people will take it down.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Uzo.
I'm so glad.
Hello, viewers. We have all learned the healing power and the benefits of palm oil through the horse's mouth, Dr. Uzo, who we have here in the studio. And I know that you all learned something today, and I'm hoping that you put it into practice. So at the end of this program, this segment today, his information, Dr. Uzo's information will be scrolling down, and I'm hoping that you guys can take his number, take his contact, because he is very good in what he does. And I believe you have confirmed it today. And thank you very much for watching. Your host today is Pastor Ijeoma Ezeobele. And I'm looking forward to seeing you viewers next time when we come on board. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.